Hi, this is Adam Tyler, and you're watching Swept Away TV.
Hi, I'm Ben Pollier, and I'm with,
Jake Wasserman.
and we're here today with Adam Tyler. Nice to meet you, Adam.
Thank you so much.
And I wanted to start off, like, how are you liking Miami with all the ultra festivities going on?
I love it. The whole Winter Music Conference, coming down here for that, I just love it. And I love Miami. This is the first time I've ever been here. So the whole kind of party thing, because I have such a love for dance and electronic music, I do love it. But it's definitely kind of new for me because I'm not used to like dance music playing until 4 in the morning. But the weather's amazing, the beaches are amazing, so I definitely want to make it a habit to come back.
All right.
Okay, so you love Miami. Well, I read somewhere really interesting that like you were like rejected at customs in London.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I just want to ask you about that. Like, what was it like? Like, were you like, damn, my career's over, or were you like, I'm gonna stay positive, I'm gonna try to keep it going? Because like London's a big place for like pop music, right?
Yeah.
And that's a place where you can really shoot your career up. So what were you thinking at that point?
Well, the UK had always been kind of my dream place to go to, just because I've always loved kind of European music. And so when that happened and I wasn't able to get through customs, I was quite young, and so I was a little bit discouraged about the whole situation, just because I was like, okay, if this won't happen now, what if it's never going to happen because there's a mark on my passport type of thing. But I'm one of those types of people that always thinks that everything happens for a reason. So because that happened, I ended up moving out to LA. And so right after it happened, I was a little bit kind of just upset and like, what am I going to do now? But eventually things turned around and I ended up moving out to LA. And then I was in a band for a while, and I started the solo project that I'm doing now. And I ended up meeting my producer out there and my dancers out there. So I took it as kind of like a, this is meant to happen type of thing. So I just kind of took it and went with it. And now I'm just really happy with how everything went. So I do think it happened for a reason, even though it wasn't like the ideal situation, but yeah.
That's cool.
And you grew up in Missouri, which is not really that big of a center for pop music. So how did you develop into like such a pop star from growing up in Missouri?
Yeah, because I did grow quite a lot in the country, so there wasn't too many kind of venues for electronic or dance music or pop music. There was a few clubs, but obviously being young, I can't get into any of them. So I was fortunate to have like MTV and VH1 and music like that as an outlet. But yeah, I guess the internet helped a lot. It made pop music and international music, like from Europe, really accessible for me. So I think the internet was the main thing that kind of helped me just like keep into the whole music industry and the whole pop scene.
That's cool. Okay, so I read some your first demo album, Lullabies for Rattlesnakes, that you came out with in LA. So from then, it's you had a growing fan base apparently. Were you surprised, or did you expect that from your demo album?
With that album, I love that album, and I definitely hoped that people would like it. And so when people did, I guess it was just kind of the icing on the cake, because at the end of the day, I was making music that I loved. And so I guess when other people love it, it's just like, the cherry on top. So, yeah, when I did my first music video for Friction, and that was the first single I released on iTunes, which was up for like about a year, the reception was great. And so, yeah, I guess I couldn't have asked for anything better as far as that went, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you.
And you also have made some pretty exotic music videos, and they seem to be like pretty fun to watch. What was it like to create them?
I love music videos. Music videos is like one of my favorite kind of processes to go through, because you have to go through the whole kind of making the set and the cast and the whole scenario for the video. So my favorite music video is probably my latest one, which is Like a Drug, and that's for my new single, which just came out on iTunes this week. So we filmed that video back in October of 2011 in the UK, and it was the second video that I filmed in the UK, because I did I Won't Let You Go which was my second single, and the first single off of Shattered Ice, the album. And I did that in London as well. So Like a Drug was probably my favorite because it was in a kind of a grungy warehouse, and it's quite dark and intense, so we had a lot of fun. And my first 2 music videos were freezing because the first was in the desert, and I thought it was going to be hot, but it was freezing. And then the second was in the winter in London, and and they were pouring paint on me for I Won't Let You Go, and so that was kind of traumatic. So Like a Drug was a lot of fun, and that was probably my favorite video.
Yeah. So for Shattered Ice, your first studio album, would you consider that a success, or like what do you consider success?
For me, I guess it's just kind of making music and trying to get it out there to as many people. And so for a new upcoming artist, I am extremely happy with how everything has gone. And I've been really, really lucky with the people I've come into contact with and the opportunities that I've gotten. And so I would definitely say at my stage in my career that it is a success, and I'm excited to see kind of what comes from everything. And the current single, Like a Drug, is doing really well, and it's definitely probably the favorite among the crowds as far as when I perform. So I'm excited that it's the new single, and I'm really excited that because we have a slew of remixes that we had done for the track, and we're going to kind of push it into the whole like dance and club market. So I'm crossing my fingers that a lot of DJs start playing the song. So yeah, I'm just excited to see what comes of that.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
And throughout your life, when did you finally realize that you wanted to become a pop artist?
Oh gosh, I knew I wanted to do that since I was like 5, just really, really young. I don't really know where the love of it came from. I just was always around music. And I remember kind of like the first allowance that I ever got, I would always spin on a CD. And I got like TLC and the Fugees and Spice Girls were kind of like my first few albums that I got. And so those kind of just started my love of music. And yeah, then it just kind of grew and grew and grew, and I listened to more artists, got into more genres. And then once I got into junior high and high school, I did musicals and choir, and that kind of built my love for performing. And now it's kind of escalated into what I'm doing now.
Okay. So when you sit down to like write a song or whatever, do you have like a certain routine you do every time, or is it just how do you do that?
For writing, I usually don't have like a set process in mind, just because I want to go off feeling more, just so the song is more kind of real and more about feeling and emotion. So usually for songwriting, my producer will make a track, or I'll sit down with my producer and kind of co-produce with him and make a track. And then whatever that song is telling me, the kind of mood and the theme I hear from the instrumental and the instruments, that's kind of what I get the melody and the lyrics from, and then the song is born.
So you're like really open to your producer's opinions?
Yeah, definitely, because I love collaborating, so I'm always open to different ideas, because they might hear something that I don't hear, and I might hear something they don't hear, so it's definitely, I love collaborating, so I think it's awesome.
Oh, that's really good.
And with all this new technology we have today, it's pretty hard for all rising stars to become big with all the legal downloading and all of that. What are some words of advice or inspiration that you have, you being a rising star, but you've elevated past that point?
I would definitely say for people that are new to the music industry and are trying to break into it, to just keep positive and to have a great set of people around you that believe in you and that are supportive. Because at the end of the day, you're going to need that kind of support and positivity to just keep your mind in the right state. So yeah, and just work hard and never take no for an answer, because you can make a song, and not all artists will never please everyone in the world. So anytime someone says no, I don't like that or anything, just no. It's not because it's a terrible song or it's terrible what you're doing. It's just not to their taste. So you just have to find the right people to hear your song, and then you're golden. So yeah, I would say keep positive and keep at it.
All right.
One more thing. So before doing a show or something like that, do you have a certain routine you do maybe with your producers or with your friends?
Like a ritual before
Yeah, exactly.
go on stage. Honestly, no. I usually, because I'm so focused about the performance, that's pretty much all I'll think about. Because I don't have any superstitions or anything at the moment. But who knows, in the future I might have to like touch a doorknob 4 times or something. I don't know. But
Right now, no.
then yeah,
Just do well.
yeah. I just always focus about what I'm gonna do on the stage. Yeah.
That's nice.
And I just asked about like with all the new technology and pirating of downloading of music and stuff. How do you think that in like 5 to 10 years people will get their music? Do you think that the illegally downloading will continue, or do you think that we'll find a solution?
I am hoping, honestly, that we revert back to CDs, personally, just because I kind of miss the days that you could go and buy any CD that you wanted. I just love having like the physical something in your hand, because right now it's just like music files. But it seems like digital just keeps kind of going and going and growing. So in 5 years, we might not have any CDs or anything like that. So I don't know. And to be honest, I'm kind of scared to think about it like that, because I love the whole CD aspect of the music industry. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, that's all I have for you. So, but you excited for like Ultra and all this stuff going on down here?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going tonight to the Winter Music Conference for the awards. So I'm really excited about that. And then I have 2 shows tomorrow, one in Fort Lauderdale and then another in Wilton Manors. So yeah, and then I'm headed back to LA after that. But I'm soaking up all the stuff down here right now. So I'm having a blast.
Yeah, Miami's a great place for like DJs.
Definitely, yeah. It's really good for dance music. So
All right, thank you very much.
thank you.